Today we're exploring a powerful writing tool, how to spot and fix nominalizations. If your sentences have ever been criticized for being too long or too confusing, nominalizations might have been the problem. Nominalization happens when a verb or adjective is turned into a noun. Example, the committee made a recommendation to revise the policy. Here you see a key feature of nominalization. A common verb, recommend, has been turned into a shun word, recommendation. To correct, simply replace the nominalization with the verb it's hiding. The committee recommended revising the policy. Now, when you compare the two sentences, you see that both carry the same message, but the second is more direct and clear because we used a verb instead of an unnecessary nominalization. Another example, she performed an analysis of the data. Okay, but isn't she performed an analysis just a wordy way of saying she analyzed? Yes, of course. Another example, the coach gave encouragement to the players during practice. What's the hidden verb inside encouragement? The coach encouraged the players during practice. Simple, direct. On the sentence level, these may seem like small changes, but when stacked together on the paragraph and essay levels, they can make the difference between confident prose versus writing that feels tangled and hesitant. In other words, nominalizations can spell the difference between strong and weak writing. Consider this paragraph. The review of the policy resulted in the identification of several concerns, and the discussion of these issues led to the development of new guidelines. The clarification of responsibilities supported the improvement of communication across departments. Ultimately, the conclusion of the group was that the implementation of these steps would lead to progress. 53 words. Now, the writer could have said, more simply and more directly, our policy review identified several concerns. After discussing these issues, we drafted new guidelines that clarified responsibilities and improved communication across departments. Our group concluded that these steps would lead to real progress. 33 words. Not only did avoiding nominalizations reduce the word count by over 60%, it also made communication more efficient and compliance more likely. So remember, to remove unnecessary nominalization, our first step would be to identify the nominalizations. In the sentence, the expansion of the program resulted in the improvement of community service, the nominalizations are, no surprise, expansion and improvement. Step 2, change them into verbs. So expansion becomes expanded and improvement becomes improved. And lastly, rewrite the sentence using those strong verbs. The expanded program improved community service. Also note that the original sentence had 12 words and our revision has only 6, half the original number. Finally, yes, it's true, sometimes only a shun word will do in certain situations. For example, the judge conducted a formal evaluation of witness testimony. However, as we've seen, unnecessary nominalizations usually produce sentences that are too long and messages that aren't clear.